I met the Alvarados on a simple training appointment with a new recruit. The Alvarados were just saying, listen, we'll help Terry with her training, which was the other lady that I was training at the time, but we're not interested. And I know that everybody says that. Well, sure, we'll hear you out, but we're not buying.
And of course, it was an instant click. You just, when you meet people that you can trust, you just feel that. And especially for my husband to be that way, because he's very, he doesn't trust anybody. And we started talking, and Gary told us, hey, you guys are doing great. But we did notice that we didn't have enough life insurance.
Julio was a firefighter with Dallas Fire Department, and he had just been on a brief time. But what he realized is that he didn't have as much coverage, life insurance-wise, as he had anticipated. He mentioned, no matter what happens, if something, if I didn't show back up tomorrow, that I want to make sure that not only my wife's taken care of, but I really want to have a chance, an opportunity for my kids to get to go to college. So we sat down with them. They immediately wanted the financial analysis. So we did that, and obviously with what Julio was thinking, their needs for insurance were a lot more than what they had. So we helped him in that area. We showed him how to continue to pay things down quicker through the financial analysis.
In 2007, we were able to have a paid vacation. It was our first family vacation in 4 years. Kind of like a road trip. We went to Mexico. We stayed on the beach, and we just had a great time. And that was our last family vacation. It was a Friday evening or afternoon, and he just, he was working on a project. He had installed, with help, an above-ground pool for us. And him and some of his cousins were digging a trench. And when they were done, he had taken them home. But on his way home from his uncle's house, he was at a red light, stopped, and when the light turned green, obviously he went, and he was struck by a drunk driver who was going 105 miles per hour and ripped his car in half, and he died at the scene.
And received a phone call from Terry Perez, who was the part-timer who introduced me to the Alvarado family, and said, have you heard? And I said, I heard what? I've been up here with, with my family. And she said, well, Julio passed.
And when something like this happens to a family, there's so many things that change, and you don't have a clear head, for a long time. And I just needed someone to just kind of listen about what was I thinking, and is this right, and how does this work, and, what do you think? Just because you're not thinking clearly, and you need someone who has your best interests at heart and also has the experience and the knowledge to really help you make some decisions, because there are a lot of financial decisions that you have to make when something like this happens. And so that's how Primerica and Gary have been there for me.
We were able to walk through and find out what her goals are from that point on, and what her needs really are, and in talking with her in that, making sure that things were paid off, making sure that her family is going to be taken care of, the kids' college now is taken care of. That was one of Julio's dreams.
And that was my biggest fear, was them. How will they get through this, and, will they be okay? They persevered. They ended the year with AB honor roll. They got commended on all their state testing. They achieved so much that knew that it would be very hard for them to do. And they say, we have to do it. That's what is expected of us. And I would tell them, the hardest thing is to go forward. And it's harder to do your best. It's easy to give up. But, we can't do that. They're all three very, very strong kids. And they're doing really good.
There's no doubt that for me personally, I'm in the right place. I always want to do something I can be passionate about. And this allows me to listen to people's needs and truly help them, and to walk people through this, but to know that, that you're making a difference, and you can provide a peace of mind, you can provide security, and you can just have a voice that can say, listen, I'm here to help you, especially at their time of need.
If this story helps just one family look at their finances, and I'm not saying anything will ever happen to them, but so that good things can come to them, so they can save for their family vacations and not have any debt, and just not have that one financial burden to worry about, then I'm grateful.